What's up, guys? Chemist here for Meanwhile in the Man Cave. We take a look at all things pop culture, games, toys, or anything we think is cool. And today, we are taking a look at the 1/18th scale 1957 Studebaker Golden Hawk from Auto World. Henry and Clem Studebaker started a blacksmith and wagon shop in South Bend, Indiana in 1852, with their brother John Mowler joining the business 2 years later. The company was extremely successful, with many orders streaming in from Western settlers and the U.S. Army for covered wagons. And by 1875, Studebaker was the largest vehicle producer in the world. In 1902, they produced their first electric vehicle, the Studebaker Electric. These electric cars were produced from 1902 to 1912 and were available in various body styles that replicated the bodies of their passenger carriage line, like the Victoria and the Surrey. During this time, the company foresaw that the future for powered vehicles was in gasoline engines and started producing gas-powered vehicles in 1904 and continued to produce gas-powered vehicles until the last car rolled off the assembly line on March 16th of 1966, after the company was unable to compete with the Big Three and became nothing but a memory. Starting off looking at the box, the normal Auto World fare here, little preview of the car, picture of the car on the side as far as some artwork, the Studebaker symbol here, as well as on the top, little preview window of what you're going to see underneath the car, some of the car detail, but we'll be taking a closer look at that later. And on the back, a description of the Studebaker Golden Hawk. So let's stop wasting time on the box and break this car out of this plastic and cardboard garage. Okay, so got her here on the turntable. On the service, she's a really pretty car. I like that they've got the space there on the hood that they made on the original car to make room for the supercharger on the engine. Nice chrome on here. The fins look great. Do like the choice of colors on this car. It's pretty nice. Now, doesn't look like, okay, here you've got the symbol too on the back for the Golden Hawk. It doesn't look like we have lenses for the tail lights. We're going to take a closer look at that here in a moment here though. Let's get a look at the grille and the headlights here. Headlights look good. Grille's kind of nice. It does have the symbol on here, the emblem. It would have been nice if that had been like a metal grill, but not going to have that on this model. I got your emblem down here on the head, on the wheels, as well as the Studebaker symbol. Again, the fins look nice on the side here. Let's get a closer look at the back here. You can see the emblem of the Golden Hawk logo. Get your plate. Now, it doesn't look like, see, these aren't lenses on here. They're just like chromed red paint. I wish they just made them as translucent lenses, but they didn't. And this hood, I mean, the trunk doesn't open. That's kind of crazy. I don't think I've had a Auto World where you couldn't open up the trunk. That's a little weird that they didn't allow you to do that. Let's take a look inside the car here. There you have your dash. It's all chromed. That looks halfway decent. A little bit plasticky for me compared to some of the other models that we've looked at on here. even the auto worlds, but you do have the gauges and the clock and everything. Your shifter. Didn't look like there was a mat down on the floor. Let's come around to the front. Again, overall, the paint looks nice and it looks good from a distance. It's just when you get in close on here and you discover some of its flaws. So we'll get the hood open. It doesn't open that much here, so it's a little hard to get it in here. There it is. There's the supercharger right here. Again, with Studebaker emblem up on there. And here's, the engine looks a little plasticky for me. Considering all the cars we've looked at over the years here, this engine just looks very plastic-like compared to some. You can see all the hoses and everything are just basically one big piece of plastic. It's okay. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of spoiled by some of the other models that we've done. There's more gaps in this car too, that I would say, like with, notice them in the doors and the hood compared to some of the other models. And I guess what I'd say, it's almost got a soft look to it. So let's go in here on the driver's side. Again, there are your gauges and stuff. Let's see if we can get down to the pedals here. Hold on here. Let me get scoop down here. There we go. Yeah, so you've got your gas and your brake. It was not overly detailed. Here are your gauges again. Again, it's okay. It's just, that's the problem. It's just okay. You don't even have, separate visors up there. They're just all kind of like molded into the ceiling. Back seat looks pretty good. Got your armrest there. So it doesn't look bad. The seats don't look bad. They are plastic though. Here's your door. Not a lot of detail. It's all basically one piece of plastic. Yeah, but I'm overall just kind of spoiled by some of these other cars. And there's not a lot of play in the wheel when you turn the tires, but it is linked in. Looking at the underneath of the car. Basic details here. Let me move the wheels up here. Again, this is what's going to move. It is tied in with the steering wheel, but as you see, it doesn't give that much play in the steering wheel itself. I don't believe, there's no spinning drive shaft either. So this is a pretty basic model. And overall, I got to say, my final thoughts on this, with so many other really great 1/18th scale models out there, I probably have to pass on this. I really like the Golden Hawk, but I'm not a big fan of this model. So I want to thank you guys all for tuning in, and please come back every Tuesday at 9 a.m. for a brand new episode of Meanwhile in the Man Cave. I'll talk to you guys later.